These episodes were the very model of British drama. Hi, I'm Emily and welcome to MsMojo. Today, we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Downton Abbey episodes.
I don't know why we bother with corsets. Men don't wear them and they look perfectly normal in their clothes.
Not all of them.
For this list, we're looking at the best episodes from the British period drama Downton Abbey. Now, obviously, spoiler alert.
You know what all work and no play did for Jack.
You think I'm a dull boy anyway, don't you?
Number 10, the one with Bates's wedding, arrest, and the love triangle.
I couldn't, could I?
Of course not.
However much I might want to.
Absolutely not.
The second season finale sees many storylines come to a head, primarily of a romantic nature. From the Matthew, Mary, and Lavinia love triangle, to Robert's temptation to have an affair, to Sybil's desire to marry Branson, and then Bates and Anna's wedding.
It therefore gives me great pleasure to say you are now husband and wife together.
Yet all of them are turned upside down by various events, most notably the Spanish flu, which derails several or at least sets them back. However, the biggest blow comes when, after Bates and Anna marry, he's arrested for the supposed murder of his first wife, setting up further drama for the unlucky couple.
No.
Please do whatever is required.
I love you.
And I love you. For richer, for poorer, for better, for worse.
Come along, sir.
Number 9, the one with roses coming out and a day at the beach, also known as the London season. Despite some somber storylines, like Edith's ongoing drama involving her child born out of wedlock, this is among the most fun episodes of the show. While the downstairs staff have a day out at the beach, leading to possibly the cutest moment between Mrs. Hughes and Carson, as great as their wedding was.
We're getting on, Mr. Carson, you and I. We can afford to live a little.
The Crawleys get into some entertaining intrigue while in London for Rose's coming out.
The prince did splendidly, sir. He was so popular wherever he went.
When they lose an incriminating letter to the Prince of Wales, the family pools their skills to retrieve it and manage to enjoy some London nightlife in the meantime. Number 8, the one with Anna's assault.
There's no logic in it.
Oh, no, but if I were to search for logic, I should not look for it among the English upper class.
A party at Downton Abbey brings out the best and worst in those attending. Although the event puts a strain on those below, particularly Mrs. Patmore, it also offers opportunities for some of the guests to ingratiate themselves with the family.
Daisy, Ivy, clear this mess up, as I assume Mr. Cleverclogs won't.
However, the elephant in the room is arguably the most dramatic moment in a show filled with drama. In the episode's final scene, Anna is sexually assaulted downstairs while the rest of the household enjoys a performance of opera upstairs, with the contrast between them being especially striking. The incident causes the unfortunate Bates and Anna even more heartache that takes a long time to heal. Number 7, the one with the soap and World War I.
First electricity in our telephones. Sometimes I feel as if I were living in an H.G. Wells novel.
The finale of Downton's first season sees all of its story threads to that point dovetail, while also opening up possibilities for the future.
So put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Mary and Edith's sisterly conflict turns nasty, Bates's past is further explored, Thomas finally gets what's coming to him, and Matthew's proposal to Mary hits a new snag when Mary's mother is revealed to be pregnant.
Pregnant?
You need me quite so shocked.
Heartbreakingly, Cora loses the baby after O'Brien intentionally leaves some soap for her to slip on after a misunderstanding. This is all the calm before the storm though, since the last minutes mark the beginning of the First World War, which will change the lives of many of the characters irrevocably.
Because I very much regret to announce that we are at war with Germany.
Number 6, the one where Downton becomes a convalescent home.
I hadn't cast you as Florence Nightingale.
We can't leave all the moral high ground to Sybil. She might get lonely there.
While precious little of the Great War is seen in the show, its effects reach even Downton itself. The large space is turned into a convalescent hospital for military officers, leading to some unexpected people to take the spotlight, including Cora, Isabel, Edith, and Thomas.
If someone's to manage things, let it be our creature.
Why? Are you planning to divide his loyalties?
I wouldn't say I was planning it.
The war also affects relationships, as Mary and Matthew's will-they-won't-they relationship acquires some more obstacles, and William proposes to Daisy before being called to France. The war may have been one of the worst in history, but it certainly breathed new life into Downton Abbey.
You're not going to be killed and you're not going to go to prison. Of course I'm glad.
Don't count your chickens.
Number 5, the one where Pamuk dies.
No Englishman would dream of dying in someone else's house. Especially someone they didn't even know.
One of the most influential events on later seasons occurs in this episode. While certainly not starving for suitors, Mary takes an instant liking to visiting Turkish diplomat Kemal Pamuk, leading to a brief affair that ends when he has a heart attack in her bed.
I think he's dead. No, I'm sure he's dead.
Mr. Pamuk may die in the episode he's introduced in, but his dalliance with Mary and its effect on her reputation will haunt her for years to come. The episode is also notable for bringing up issues of modernism, a running theme for the show, present both in Maid Gwen's attempts to become a secretary and in Sybil's growing friendship with the socialist Branson.
Why shouldn't Gwen have a typewriter if she wants one?
Mind your own business.
What's that doing here?
Ah, Gwen, come in.
Why is that down here? Who's been in my room? They had no right.
Number 4, the one where Mary gives birth and Matthew dies, also known as A Journey to the Highlands.
Don't dislike him before you know him. That's the hallmark of our parents' generation.
As entertaining as business as usual at Downton is, sometimes a holiday from the usual routine is just the ticket. The Crawleys take a trip to the Scottish Highlands, leaving the servants behind to enjoy some diversions at a fair, which sees plenty of entertaining hijinks and sees Thomas at his best.
I can buy you all a bottle of pop if you like.
What an offer! Let's take him up on it before he's time to think again.
Although the Flintshire household in Scotland has plenty of drama of its own, the real highlight is the birth of Mary and Matthew's son.
Say hello to your son and heir.
This is tragically followed by Matthew's death in an automobile accident, following up a happy moment with a sad one as the show is wont to do, and leaving Mary in grief for several years. Number 3, the one where Sybil dies.
Sir Philip feels the room would be too crowded. It might be better to leave old Clarkson out of it for the time being.
Before we get to yet another tragic death, let's touch on a few of the other plot points from this episode. Downstairs, the younger servants are looking for love with little success. Meanwhile, upstairs sees Edith offered the chance to write for a women's magazine, a big step towards becoming a more modern woman.
He saw my letter to the Times and wants to give me a regular column.
However, all of this is overshadowed by Sybil being in labor for much of the episode. While she delivers the baby, Lord Grantham takes advice of a visiting physician over their trusted doctor, leading to Sybil suffering from eclampsia and suffocating in front of the family in one of the most upsetting moments in the whole series, and maybe television in general.
She's 24 years old. This cannot be.
Number 2, the last one, also known as Christmas Special.
Oh, I didn't like to bore you until I knew the whole story.
What whole story?
Downton Abbey's final outing is also one of its best.
Well, why didn't you tell me any of this?
Oh, I didn't like to bother you.
Well, I'm bothered now.
The 2-hour episode sees most of the characters get some kind of happy ending, or at least hope for the future. Whether it's a wedding, the birth of a child, a pregnancy, or a new job, career, or relationship.
Mrs. Crawley wants to take you away from your son and your family and kidnap you into marriage. What do you say?
How perfectly marvelous.
After going through so much during the show, it's wonderful to see the characters we've grown to love, particularly the long-suffering ones, get the happiness or at least fulfillment that they deserve, while still leaving things open-ended enough for the movie.
It'll be a different life.
But we can make a go of it, Charlie, and I definitely mean to try.
As far as series finales go, Downton Abbey left me all warm and fuzzy, which is all I can really ask for. Now, before we get to number 1, here's some honorable mentions. Hint, it involves my favorite singer from the Dowager Countess. But that doesn't really narrow things down, does it?
This nice lady is your new mummy. She loves you more than anyone else could.
I doubt we'll meet again, so I want to say good luck. And everything else that goes with it.
Good luck to you too. I mean that.
It seems James and Patrick were on board.
What? They can't have been. They weren't going over till May.
And they changed their plans. They're definitely on the passenger list.
If you
we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The one where Matthew proposes, also known as Christmas at Downton Abbey.
Do you enjoy these games? In which the player must appear ridiculous?
Sir Richard, life is a game in which the player must appear ridiculous.
Downton's first Christmas episode is the show at its absolute peak. There's the great holiday atmosphere, of course, but there's also high stakes, since the trial of Mr. Bates occurs as well, and he's sentenced to death.
You will be taken from here to a place of execution, where you will be hanged by the neck until you are dead.
Romance is also in the air, both for Edith, but most notably for Mary, as she and Matthew finally get on the same page and he delivers that romantic proposal in the snow.
Will you do me the honor of becoming my wife?
Which narrowly beats out their wedding as the best moment in their relationship. But the cherry on top is the Dowager's sick burn on Sir Richard Carlisle.
Oh, what on earth's the matter?
I'm leaving in the morning, Lady Grantham. I doubt we'll meet again.
Do you promise?
Fun fact, a lot of my friends actually had to take a break from Downton Abbey after Matthew died. They did take up the show later though. How far did you get in the series? Let us know in the comments, hit that subscribe button, and check out this other great video. Do you promise?